The memorial, The Dirty Business of Slavery, was a series of plaques on the wall of the President's House exhibit. These plaques informed people on many different details of slavery. On January 22nd, under President Donald Trump's executive order, the plaques were taken down. The pushback was immediate from the city officials, residents, and visitors of Philadelphia.
I feel like the history is really important, that it teaches us a lot about our country's history and asks us to reflect on who we were then, who we are now, and who we want to be in the future. I feel disappointed and frustrated about the panels being removed. I don't think our history is something for us to be afraid of or ignore. It's something that we can regret, but to ignore and push it away isn't good for anyone.
I think it's cruel, and I think this is just erasure of identities that built this country, and I don't believe that we should stand for something like this, especially going back to the history that has already been made, and the only way to grow is to know where you came from.
Many historical sites across the country have been censored due to the executive order directing federal agencies to review exhibits across national parks considered disparaging to American history. Because of this, citizens have taken action in how history is presented. Sites like missingparkhistory.org show historical information of 874-plus historical signs, exhibits, and interpretive materials around the country that have been flagged, revised, or removed, as well as the status of their cases. Philadelphians have also found other ways to keep information accessible.
We're a part of a group called Old City Remembers. It's a grassroots group that was started where anybody can sign up to read the text of the panels that were removed. So the group here today are a group of other Episcopal clergy like me, and we're taking turns reading all of the text that was removed.
Of course, we know that the struggle is still real. But as Frederick Douglass once said, without struggle, there is no progress. And we're still fighting. The battle is still being fought in court. But today, this day, this great day, this greatest of day, this day of pride, we got our panels put back up.
The City of Philadelphia sued the National Park Service and the Department of the Interior, calling for the exhibit to be restored. Philadelphia city leaders and their partners say the project was built through a shared effort between the City Park Service and community advocates. The judge agreed, ruling for the signs to be put back up by February 20th. The majority of the panels were restored. Panels that are still not up include the most detailed information and have the largest amount of text, like life during slavery and the Washington's treatment of their slaves. The federal government filed a motion for a stay, blocking the judge's ruling from being fully implemented. People like Nigel K. Johnson celebrate the victory, but also realize that the fight is not over.
The plaques have been partially restored. They were in the midst of being put back up when the Third Circuit Court put forward a partial stay, which stopped the putting up of the rest of them. So right now, of the 34 panels that are supposed to be up, only 16 are. The rest are down, and because of the stay, the ones that have been put back up have to stay up, but the ones that are down have to stay down. And it just so happens to be that the ones that are down are the ones that are most substantive. So the fight continues through the Third Circuit Court, and beyond that, depending on what the Third Circuit Court rules on.
In the meantime, we can use our voices, visit the site, and remain educated on all parts of history.
I believe that everything that's worth fighting for is going to take a fight. I just hope that whatever opposition does come, that the judge keeps going at it, going against it. I hope the public also goes against it, because this is our story and you can't take that away from us.